Hey all, this is Janani from Shewall. I'm so happy to be talking to all of these wonderful panelists today about mentorship. So before getting started, I want to give a quick introduction about Shevolve and what do we do as a platform. Shevolve is a mentoring platform and a community that is focusing on helping mid-career women both transition as well as grow in their career. A lot of people don't understand the actual advantages of mentorship, but once they understand the pros of mentorship and having a right mentor, there's nothing like that. So today we have an awesome panelist, as I told, and I'm totally excited to be talking to all of them. The topic that we have today is why mentoring and how does it help to be both a mentor as well as a mentee. So let's get started, and I'll go about a quick introduction about all our mentors and panelists that we have today. I would like to start with Jayashree Ravi. Jayashree comes with about 17 years plus of experience in product management and about 14 years predominantly in matrimony. She's been an active mentor and has been mentored a lot of people, and she's also the head of marketing in Advanced Women in Product Group. I'm sure you must be having a really satisfying job, Jayashree, allowing people to find the love of their lives through your product. And thank you so much for joining us today. So next
Thank you, Janani. Yeah. Thank you, Janani, for the introduction.
Thanks, Jayashree. So moving on, we have Kaivalya today. So Kaivalya has 15 years plus of experience and is also the chapter lead of Women in Product, Bangalore. She has done various hats, including being an entrepreneur, business analyst, and product manager, to name a few. Thanks a lot for being today, Kaivalya.
Thank you, Janani. Thanks for the warm introduction.
Next, we have Aishwarya. Aishwarya is a senior product owner, come product manager with 13 plus years of experience, and she's predominantly worked in the BFS domain. She's also a subject matter expert in corporate and institutional banking. And she is also a core member of Women in Product Chennai. Thanks for being part of the panel today, Aishwarya.
Thank you, Janani. I'm glad to be part of the panel here. Thanks.
And finally, we have Nirali Shah. Nirali is a senior product manager with 11 plus years of experience. She's moved from a development background into product management and has a passion for building products that impact users' life. Thanks a lot for being today in the panel, Nirali.
Thank you.
So the topic for today, as I said, is why mentoring and how did it help both being a mentor as well as mentee. So we have a couple of questions that we are going to be going around with the panelists. So I would like to start the first question with Kaivalya. So Kaivalya, being a strategist and coming a long way through your career journey, from being a business analyst to an entrepreneur and product manager and all other roles that you have played, at which point of time in your career you think having a mentor was really important and necessary for you?
Yeah, thanks, Janani, and very nice question, I must say. Honestly, for me, mentoring happened very accidentally. I would say when I started my career, I was too young. I was 21. I would not say I really had a vision at that point in time of mentoring and mentee and all that. But I was very fortunate to have some awesome bosses when I started working. And I definitely would love to give one example on that note. And before I get to the example, I think that's what actually made me realize that when someone starts believing in you, that's the very first seed sown in terms of understanding what a mentor-mentee relationship is. It's the trust that they instill in you. And from there, it's been, I would say, a very rightly said, I got to work with many companies, many teams globally, both in India and in the US. And everywhere that I've worked, I always made a very conscious choice of reaching out and identifying my mentors. And that one example, I would say, which changed my life was my very second job. I'm not going to name the companies, but I would say I had put down my papers because I got married. And I had 3 months at that time before I got the visa for the US and I could go join my husband. And my then boss, who is also a mentor and who is still a very good mentor, and I had shared an amazing personal relationship with him, told me, why are you putting down your papers? I said, I got married and I'm flying out. And he said, when are you flying out? I said, November. He's like, what's it now? I said, August. What are you going to do for the next 3 months? I said, because I want to take a break. He's like, you're too young in your career to take a break right now. And I don't see the reason that you should be sitting home, especially your husband is in US. I said, okay. And he rejected my resignation. He did not accept it, though it was written on paper, like in email, and he did not forward it. So he said, I'm not relieving you until a week before you leave for the States. You are going to work. And that changed my complete thinking, that here was a person who was believing in my skill sets even before I knew what I was actually bringing to the table. So I would say that was my very first experience with having a right mentor. And from then it's been a very conscious choice that I made.
Yeah, I think the very, very important part of having a mentor is, they help you get on the right track back when you are kind of deviating, and they know your potential much more than actually you do, right? And
yes,
so true points, Kaivalya. So next question we have for Jayashree. So Jayashree, you have been, actively mentoring a lot of people, and you have helped them, transition as well as grow in their career, right? So what do you think are some of the core qualities that a mentee should possess? And probably can you, cite some example of some awesome mentees that you have had?
Yes. As I've been in this industry for more than 15 years, 20 years. But one thing which I just found it, the way which I was a mentee 20 years back is not the same now. Correct? That the way the people are getting that information from the mentor is completely changed. I'm not complaining, but the way is changed. So that the way how we are just giving that your feedback or your input, or you want to mentor somebody, is like completely different. And the one thing which is common across the way which I just learned it from my mentor, and then now how the mentees are there, one thing is common is the curiosity element, which is when the mentee has got that curiosity element, which the mentee has got that learning capacity, which he wants to grow or she wants to grow whichever domain they are in. That is a one element which is I always see in any mentee. Then I will go and then mentor that particular person. That is the way I just see it. One example I can just share it here. The way which I was mentored by my mentor, I will share this. I'm a completely introvert. I have not networked for the past 10 years, or I can say the 14 years. 1 year back only I started networking. I started moving along with the people. I started doing these kind of stuff. I have not done anything before. I will just work on whatever the product which was given to me completely, then I will never do it. But my mentor, one day, it was in one of my matchmaking sessions, but we have to do one event. It's a marketing event in a Tamil television thing. So I was doing a script, and there was an anchor there, and I was just anchoring I was helping that particular anchor, and I was behind screen. I was doing everything out and out, doing the script and getting that who is an anchor and getting the customer. And then I was there in that shoot, and I was doing everything. One fine day, my mentor in my organization, I can call it as a mentor, he just called me saying it, Jayashree, from tomorrow, I think from next show, I think you are going to do one anchoring that particular show. I said, I can't, because I'm scared of video. I cannot talk. I'm an introvert. I can't do it. I'm a product manager. Why should I just go and do these kind of stuff? It is unnecessary. He said, no, you are going to do it. Tomorrow, get prepared, and the shoot is, you know the script, and then you have prepared it. You know the customer well. You have just got every other customer, so you are doing it. The next day, I started doing it. You won't believe it. I have done 40 episodes. I have done 40 episodes of that particular thing, which have changed entirely the way I've just communicated. People didn't, I just learned the way I should just talk to the customer. That's the way. That 40 episode, each episode is like, I have to just meet around 20 customers. It's like 15 customers over the phone, and 5 customers, I have to call them. I have to sit with them, understand them. I have to find a match over it. It is like, then the people started, they will just come with the problem. Off screen, I'm saying it. Then I started understanding what is the need of there. So now, after this doing the 40 episode, the way which I'm just looking at the product was completely changed. completely changed. Now I know that they are just seeing the intangible service, that product, because they are so emotional. They want their daughter and son and brother and sister want to get married through this particular services. We are not just not dealing with only that the likes and then share and swipe kind of it. It is much more beyond it. So then I started looking at it. This is a way, because I was ready for that particular, when he pushed me, I didn't even say no, because I said, okay, let me do that kind of it, even though I was scared. And that changed it. From then on, then I, in the organization, I was called as like a customer friendly product manager. Anywhere, wherever I go, they will just put me on. Irrespective of whether it's matchmaking or wedding services, I was there for any product focus group kind of it. I was there. Irrespective, I don't know any languages apart from English and Tamil, but I was there. Across the country, more than 200 or 300 focus group I would have done it in my career. Because that changed it. The way the Tamil Nadu people are communicating to the matchmaking, that particular service is completely different from the Bengali people. The way is completely, it is not about the community, it is the emotion which they have it, right? The way they connect it. It's completely different. That way, I enhanced myself and also the product which I was dealing with it. That I started sharing with my mentor, or whoever want to get the feedback from me. I will just share it, and people learned it also. So this is what I was, I feel like Minty should be, get that, you should just take it up. Whenever somebody is pushing for you, just take it up and then you work on it.
Awesome, Jayashree. That was really, really interesting to hear that story and truly inspirational. I think curiosity, as you said, is a very, very important thing for anybody to have, right? That will actually help them grow in their career as well. And, you know, take up any new challenges, like how you were able to do 40 episodes. I'm sure it was just awesome to listen. And I know of the value of these matrimonial sites, and because I know a couple of people who have actually found the love of their life through it. So I'm sure you've been doing a lot of meaningful work out there. Yeah, moving on to Aishwarya. So Aishwarya, the question that I have for you is, you know, why do you think mentorship is a must-have factor for anybody who's looking to grow in their career and as well as transition in their career? So yes, Aishwarya, over to you.
Thanks, Janani. That was a wonderful question, because I just want to clear up many people's mind here, because people always consider mentorship is required only when you're stuck or when you don't know how to move forward in your career, right? But that is a very wrong perception of, you know, of having a mentor, right? Because mentor is someone who can guide you time to time, right? So who can provide you insights and guidance, and most importantly, you can get a very honest feedback from the mentor, and you can have a very open conversations and be, you know, for example, what is holding you back, or sometimes you will not be open up these things with everybody, right? So you can build a trust and bonding with mentor. So, and today's competitive world, we all know that we all you know, equip ourselves with a lot of e-learnings or through books or communities, but at the same time, having a mentor is also very important to scale up from where you are to how to move forward, right? So that is something I would, you know, emphasize, that mentorship plays a very, very important role. So one thing I would like to share from my own, you know, story of how mentorship helped me from where I was and to where I am today, right? So when I began my career in the industry, software industry, as a developer, I was not very sure that whether development would be the right fit for me, right? So I went ahead and said to my boss, who was then heading the BFSI domain in HCL Technologies. So I went ahead and said, I want to do MBA, because at that time I was just straight from the college. I thought, okay, if you do MBA, you get into a business analyst role. That was only in my mind. So I told her, I want to do MBA. I'm just going to resign. I said, why you want to do MBA? What makes you to think doing an MBA will get you a business analyst job, right? He made me to realize and ask, mentors ask probably a lot of questions, right? You kind of have a very open conversation that made me to realize, sit back and think whether I'm passionate about the job or just that I'm moving ahead since everybody, or it's a trend in the market or sort of things, right? So that made me realize, you know, okay, what a mentor plays in an important role. And he also given me an opportunity. He said, okay, if you're really passionate about, if you find that you this is what you really wanted to do, I would give an opportunity, right? That is when I transitioned my career into business analyst. He had given me an opportunity, and, you know, and also what are the skills that I need to equip and things like that help me. And not just that, right? I don't see mentor helps you only when it comes to professional friend, but he also helped me to grow as a person. And a lot of discussion I used to have with my mentor about life and other life lessons and everything. And I would proudly say till date I'm having a very good relationship. Being 15 plus years now, I'm having a very good relationship. Having any conversation, be it do I want to take a break? Do I want to go abroad or overseas? Whatever it is, if I'm stuck or something, the first person that comes to me is always my mentor, right? Before even my family or other things, that always comes. Okay, I know that his guidance always for the right reasons, and the questions that he asks. Sometimes it will be very transparent and say, and sometimes it may be like if people tells you something upfront, you'll be like worrying or something, right? But that is always for the right reasons that I've realized over the years. And I've had several mentors actually who helped me and really shaped up my career. That is what I would say, generally, from my personal story.
Really interesting, Aishwarya. I think, as you said, the mentors help us, get thinking with the right set of questions. When you have a right mentor and the mentor, understands you, they know what kind of questions to ask you that, get clarity on what you want to do. Because even I've gone through this same thing and I've jumped up and a lot of ideas and all that. But then when I go to my mentors, they say, okay, relax. These are the questions. Oh, okay. Then they keep me thinking. That's really, really important. Kaivalya, do you want to add a point there?
Yeah. I think I just want to say to extend what Aishwarya said is, we have different kinds of mentors that everybody has to look out for, because each mentor brings something different to the table. Of course, it's the fundamental of all of it, as Jayashree rightly said, it's curiosity as a mentee. Are you actually even reaching out? Are you even trying to figure out what's happening? Are you even asking people the right things? But what a right mentor makes you do is they make you think. They throw so many questions at you that you start thinking what you already thought. Generally, by the time we go to a mentor, we feel, oh, I have figured out everything. In my opinion, this is the best way to do it. And then you go and you say, and then they start asking questions, and then you realize, oh, this element, oh, maybe I did not think about it, or maybe I did not think enough. But one thing, as I said, is there are different kinds. Some mentors will stick on, longer journey, as Aishwarya rightly pointed out. I have some amazing mentors like that who I've been with, for the last 15, 12, 6, 17 years now. But some mentors are maybe just, it's on the spot. You're learning on the job and you're inheriting it, without even asking them or talking to them, or it's only for that moment or that project. But the learning continues. And I think people have to understand and choose the mentors, for what is the purpose that they're actually wanting to achieve. That's what I wanted to add.
Yeah, I can totally relate to what you said because I have gone through that. Yeah. Thanks for adding that point, Kaivalya. So last question is we have for Nirali. So Nirali, as I was telling in your intro, you transitioned from a development background into product management after getting to work with a lot of enthusiastic product managers, right? So I'm sure a lot of them might have helped you in your transition as well as growing as a product manager. So what do you think is one core attribute or quality a mentor should have that will help him or her to be a better mentor?
That's a great question, Janani, actually. So like others mentioned before that, there are like different mentors for like, different kind of things that you want to kind of gain in your life. One of them that I've seen common across is like the ability to kind of give, honest and direct kind of feedback. So like that's one quality which I like, being on both sides, mentor and mentee. I've seen like a good mentor like knows how to kind of deliver feedback in a way that's constructive, kind, direct, and also like he doesn't kind of need to shy away from like being honest, because he doesn't have to kind of worry that he'll be like, he doesn't have to be afraid of hurting like your feelings. So that's where like I feel like had it been in the workplace, like yes, people have had mentors as like, their bosses and stuff, but I feel like the mentor who's kind of not directly kind of impacting your kind of career ladder directly, like professionally, can give you like straight honest feedback, and even like call out your some things that you probably wouldn't get directly from your manager there. So I think you'll like make better decisions and come out stronger with someone like that being on your side. So so basically giving honest and direct feedback is something that I would kind of would be a great quality there.
Yeah, yeah. So true, Nirali. I think that is what is we also is expecting out of them, right? Only if they give us honest feedback, even we will be able to change ourselves. And
Right.
without sugarcoating, if they give us straight answers, I think that is what is required for mentees as well. Yeah,
Yep.
great answer. So I have the next question, which is kind of a common question that I'm going to just go around with all of you. So the question is, now we all are talking a lot about mentoring, and people kind of understand the importance of mentoring, but still a lot of people don't are not very confident or are still hesitant to go ahead and ask for mentorship. Reach out to mentors, whether be it within their organization or outside the organization in their particular domain or stream. They're not too comfortable going ahead and asking for mentorship, right? So what do you think is required, or how do they overcome that kind of dilemma that they have? So probably we'll start with Jayashree there.
Actually, you need not go and ask for the mentorship. To me, that way I can just say it. But one thing which I can just add here, it's like you need to have that need to learn more kind of attitude. So when you have that kind of an attitude, definitely there will be enough kind of a mentors who will just come and then help you out. This is one thing which I can just say that, and that happened in my life too. So another thing, as I just mentioned previously, you need to have the curiosity element. What is like more I can just, it is not whatever I've learned in my domain. Just go beyond it and then ask for that. That element also will bring you a good kind of a mentor. In negative sense, people will just put you off saying it, stay with wherever you want to. That kind of a stuff also will happen. But that kind of a motivation within you, like I want to learn more kind of an attitude, which you exhibit within your domain or outside domain, definitely there will be mentors where they will just come and help you out. Because unless otherwise you have that attitude of growing more, want more kind of an attitude which you are not exhibiting it outside, then that any kind of a mentor will can't do anything. So you have to be, you have to have that urge to just grow more, want to learn more. That kind of an attitude which you need to have it, definitely mentor will just come and help you. This is my viewpoint.
Thanks for that, Jayashree. Moving on to Aishwarya. So what is your views on this, Aishwarya?
So thanks, Janani. So as Jayashree mentioned, so mentees should have the curiosity to find the mentors, right? Because there are people who are ready to do mentorship. So, but you should have the urge to learn. So urge to learn is something that you should bring it on to you, right? And you should be ready to listen for the feedback, that open-mindedness. That is something a mentee should also have it, because that is when the mentor and mentee relationship will go in a smooth way. Because when somebody gives feedback, which I'm not expected to receive, so how do you take that? How do you handle that? Is also very important, right? And you should always have a very open thought so that you can learn from your mentor as well. So that is what I want to add, Jen.
Thanks, Aishwarya. So Kaivalya, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Janani. I think I have a slightly different take on this. While I agree that it's the curiosity in the mentee, it's definitely important in today's world to reach out. So what I learned in my career and what I also see, so I'll probably quote a couple of points here, so bear with me. One, we have to reach out, and it's even more important for women to reach out in corporate careers. That's what I would say. I have seen women being shy. Women somehow don't associate ambition with them. You are always, the adjectives that have always been used to us since we are kids, you're cute, sweet, beautiful, fine, agreed. Ambitious, strong, fierce, why not? And I think somewhere I have not seen people say that, or, I know when I first said I'm ambitious, it was looked upon or interpreted very differently, or they say, oh, you're one among the men. Well, I'm not. I'm as much a woman and I still need a seat at the table, and I see nothing wrong in asking for it if I deserve it. And I know the way I have approached different mentors at different points in my careers. And again, one example which I'll say in one of my experiences, right after a town hall, I walked up to one of the very senior leaders and people apparently feared him. He was very 6'4", very big man, and very fierce voice and amazing leader, undoubtedly. People used to apparently tell me in my team, like, oh God, when he speaks, you're in awe of him. I just walked up to him and I said, I want you to be my mentor. And he looked at me and, literally looked down at me. I was so shocked, but he said, but why? I said, I have these points and I like these things about you and I want to learn this from you. And he said, okay, set up an appointment with my EA and we'll talk. And that's how my journey started with him. I set it up every month. And people got surprised that actually I went and spoke to him. And then one other point I want to tell people, whoever are going to listen to this, 99% you reach out to anybody for mentoring, you will not get a no. Don't think that you will get a no and so don't reach out. That's another mistake people make. And again, women make, what I have seen, mostly women think, oh, maybe you get a rejection, so you don't want to reach out. That's okay. Even if you try 10 people, it's like trying a job. You apply in 10 places, you get 3 opportunities. So what? So I think it's very important to reach out. And when you reach out, be very clear on what you're seeking from that mentor. At least initially be very clear. It will change as you keep moving ahead with that person, but initially be clear to some extent. Lastly, as I said, don't hesitate in calling out or expressing your ambitions, whatever they are, with the mentor. I would say, and lastly, I think it's important that keep your conversations with the mentors very outcome driven. You should know what is it that you're trying to gain out of that every conversation, especially if these are very senior folks, very experienced folks. Value their time as much as you value your time. So know that you are having an outcome out of that conversation. I know it was a bit long answer, but I think I wanted to cover these points.
No, so true, Kaivalya, because that is what people are quite hesitant also. They, as you said, right, they kind of think of, okay, these are quite senior people, probably they will not accept, or what they might think, right? That what people might think is such a bad thing, I think a lot of people still have. That is something I think we need to overcome. There's nothing wrong. If they don't accept, it's fine. There's no loss, right? If they accept,
you have nothing to lose. If they say no, you have nothing to lose. If they say yes, you have a lot to gain. That's it.
Exactly. That's what people should actually understand. Yeah. Nirali, your point here?
I think everybody kind of covered all of the points, but that's true. Like as women, I think we have that extra hesitation of, to kind of seek for mentorship. I see that just one thing there additionally is that, there also comes a little bit of ego that, oh, why do I kind of, need to kind of go there, and oh, what will this person think if, oh, I'm trying to kind of seek guidance on this. So that's something, like if you have that curious and learning attitude, I think that should not be there. Like at any stage, it's not that, oh, even at 15 years of work experience, you still kind of need mentorship for something else, and it is a symbiotic relationship, right? So it's not like it's just that you are kind of asking for something. Even the mentor is kind of going to gain out of this whole relationship of mentor and mentee. So I think like everyone said, it's about curiosity. It's about like learning, your growth, being ambitious, and yes, there's nothing to kind of lose there. It's always, if you reach out, I think it's the only way kind of you can get what you want.
Right? True, Nirali. So Jayashree, you want to add a point here?
Yes, as Kaivalya was said, like she differ, like mentors should be there out there just to help you out. I also would like to add, you are in a way right. See, for example, how I just got involved in the Shewall is like, I volunteered myself to Deepa saying it. I want to share my experience to the people out there. This is how I started, because I know that I was too shy. I didn't even reach out to people, and people pushed me based on whatever which the curiosity element which I had it, but I was not open enough to ask for that the way you asked, correct? But I didn't do that way. So in that sense, I said, like, why the people out there should not have these kind of stuff. So why not me also be a mentor? Let me go out and then share my whatever the learning which I have. It could be very little. It could be even not even relevant today's, but no problem. So let me just go out and then share. Whoever is want to just get that, please take it. Kind of a attitude which I got it very recently. I volunteered myself to Deepa. And then I just got involved in this Shivol. Definitely, I agree with you, Kavalya, on that one.
So I think if all of people like you, if all of you automatically volunteer, I think then we are going to create an awesome next generation of women out here, right? Awesome, Jayashree. Thank you so much for being part of Shivol as well. So the closure question for today that I have for all of you is, so all of you have been benefited from mentorship, either being a mentee, either being a mentor, and there's a long journey that is there for each of you, right? So is there one point, one key takeaway that you want to talk about the whole mentorship journey? Because Shivol being a mentorship platform, we want to highlight probably one takeaway about your mentorship journey. We'll start with Aishwarya.
Yeah, Jenny, thanks for that. So yeah, I would like to add my own experience on the on the mentor and mentee relationship, right? Even when I moved into, so the example that I could quote is basically when I moved into product management, I was very clueless about what is product management, to be very honest, and I can share it very openly, right? I don't want to hide it because I don't know ABCs of what to be a product manager. But I just got into a job as a product manager, right? So the boss, I would not mention as a boss, the person who I worked with, he always he had given me the opportunity, and not just that, he made me to made me to transition into this job very smoothly. So the kind of advice or feedback, sometimes it could be a very, very honest feedback that he had given me, that kind of grew myself. Now I can proudly say that I'm into the product management, I can do the job better, right? So that is what the kind of an exposure I got generally from. So yeah, in my experience, this is a very wonderful relationship that I could say I have with my mentor. And also a lot of life lessons I've learned from him, like how to be mature enough to handle situations. Sometimes you are stuck in your career for certain personal reasons or something, right? So you need a person to pat up back on you and say you can definitely do that. So that is a kind of sorry, that is a kind of relationship or the benefit I had from my mentor in the last few years.
Thanks for that, Aishwarya. So over to you, Kaivalya. What is one key takeaway that you would talk about your whole mentorship journey?
Yeah, thanks, Janani. I would say one key takeaway, it's very difficult to say there is one key takeaway, because given that I had many mentors, as I said, few, I still have the journey and a long-term relationship. I would just say that it's important to, the key, if I have to say, look at it as a takeaway, is to keep the relationship going, actually. That I think becomes a very important factor. Once you identify, with the mentor, that this is a mentor. As I said earlier, I think there are different kinds of mentors. So once you identify with a certain mentor, it's important to keep that relationship going. It's not something that, you've just done once and you're done with it. Some instances will be like that, which is different, which is, in our day-to-day corporate life, you will always keep learning from someone or the other. But if you want actually a mentor-mentee relationship to be fruitful, it's important to keep it going, and then keep it, I would say, tangible or measurable. What is it that I'm, of course, gaining as a mentee? And interestingly, I will say one thing. I've had some mentors in the recent past, who, I keep reaching out, and they actually ask me a lot of things as well. And they're very clear that this is a two-way street. We are also learning from you because you're current generation. I'm not as current, but when I compare to them, so they would want to know, okay, or they're completely from a different domain. So they want to know what's happening in my domain. And it's very interesting because it's like you're having that conversation. So the 2 points is, understand that it's measurable, keep it, very outcome driven, then that you're progressing. And as I said, it's try to give back something also. And I think we are, of course, trying. Shivol is an amazing platform where we are all getting to give it back. Also give back to the, mentors, because they are also actually eager to learn. The fact that somebody is coming for a mentoring is that they're eager to learn.
Yeah, so true, Kaivalya. So Jayashree, your points here, please.
Bang on, Kavalya. This is what I just want to just to share it, because it is not the one-way ticket, it is two-way. Even the mentor wants, for example, I want to just, why I just want to get involved, I want to learn from you people. I want to just learn from a next generations. So I want to, whatever the learning which I've just, I can give it in a different package so that you will get benefited. I want to learn it from you so that I will also get benefited. I will know. As you said, it's like a two-way, and you have to, the mentor also want to learn from the mentee. And that whether it is a new or old, that is the way which I will. Another thing which I also say, even the mentor should have that learning stuff. So they should not say that just I know more than you kind of an attitude. Definitely they are not the mentor. If they also have to have that, I need to know something, what they want to, what they are saying it. And then the even mentee also should know to or grasp whatever they have it as in from the mentor. So those the two-way, then it is like a real good relationship. And as you said, correctly said, it's a lifelong journey. It is not that one time and then we just done with it. Maybe for some domain or some situation it is not, but it is a lifelong journey. That is how that mentor and mentee relationship should be.
So true, Jayashree. I think it's a give and take, right? Both the mentee as well as mentors actually benefit here, right? Nirali, your point here, please.
Here, I would like to add is a mentor and mentee relationship, and also like the information, the knowledge that we kind of share with each other is something that uh, you wouldn't find in like a regular, like by reading books, blogs, like doing even formal, like any education, like even for example product management, right? Like there's no like formal kind of education part there. But then, so that's something that like when early in my career, when I had a mentor, I wouldn't have learned this, like, that point if I didn't have a mentor. Like, to just give an example is, let's say, very simple things like, now if we think about it back in that day, that just how to kind of conduct the meeting which is more positive in your way, like what you want to achieve. For example, if you're pitching an idea, how do you want to get all the stakeholders to kind of agree in that fashion and stuff. So like very like just navigating through the like in a corporate way, talking to people and stuff. So these are some very soft skills, certain things that you would probably not able to learn otherwise, than you actually like a mentor who kind of tell you these things again from like a very unbiased way, where they're trying to just help you purely like with the intent of kind of investing in you and helping you. So that's like one key takeaway, that there's no replacement and alternate to this, like having you need mentors, and you will probably learn it in a hard way if you didn't have one. Like I would have probably figured it out in 10 years that this actually works through experience, but then something that someone has told you through their experience, why not kind of leverage that and apply it to your kind of your life, and things work like majority of the times. So I think that's one big takeaway that I have.
Yeah, so true, Nirali. As you said, right? Experience is something that is what you cannot learn directly in whatever platform, books or any kind of course. But then when you talk to people directly and understand their experience, I think that itself is a totally different experience that we get out of it, right? So true, so true. So yeah, I think we had an awesome discussion. We discussed so many points. It was so much knowledge that we got out of this. Though the session was just 30 or 40 minutes, but the amount of information that when you get to talk to people like you are so enthusiastic, I think it's already so interesting. And to everybody watching this, all of these awesome people are going to be part of our Shewall mentorship platform. So if you want to talk more with them, get to understand their personal experiences, and you want them to be your mentor, I think reach out to Shewall, and you can get to talk to all of them here. And thank you again to all of you. Thanks for your precious time. It was really interesting talking to all of you. So any closing note that you want to add? Kaivalya, we'll start with you.
Sure. Thank you, Janani. Firstly, I think very well organized, and I think it was very nice to interact with all the other panelists. So it was a pleasure that way. I think just on a parting note, I'll probably, say one statement. I don't know who said it, but when in doubt, just do it. So if you're having a doubt or a hesitation to reach out, just reach out, that's the best way to solve it. And I think, yeah, it's amazing. I look forward to having some amazing interactions, and thank you again.
Thank you, Kaivalya. Jayashree, Any closing points?
This was an awesome session, Janani. Thanks, Deepa. It was wonderful. I really loved to be part of the Shivol, and I would love to be a mentee now. Now I'm just switching the position because I want to learn. I have that curiosity element which I always there, and that motivate me to just keep going it, and really love to also share whatever the learning which I have throughout the years, the 14 years in my career. I love to be a mentor in this Shivol. Thank you for me being part of this.
Thank you so much, Jayashree. That was really, really interesting talking to you. Aishwarya?
Yeah, thank you, Jenny. I think it was great listening to other panelists. It's kind of a mentoring program for me, myself, right? Because listening to everyone like Jayashree or Kaivalya or Nirali, because they come from different backgrounds and the experience they share, I think that is what it matters about, right? So I think it's a great platform what Shivol is doing, and I'm glad to be associated and part of it. Thank you once again, Jenny, for this opportunity, and Deepa as well.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Njali?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think Shevolve is a great platform. I think everybody should kind of, really take like leverage, I would say. There are very few kind of women led, such platforms where you kind of can openly give and take kind of feedback and learn from each other. So happy to be here as both from mentee and mentor side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nirali. So again, reach out to Shivol for any kind of questions that you have regarding mentorship and get to talk to all of these awesome mentors. Thank you so much for watching this panel today. Thanks all of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.